Hey everybody, and welcome to the Harrison County Library System's online computer classes. My name is Jeff Conwell, and I work up here at the Orange Grove Public Library. If you ever have any questions, please come up and visit, or you can drop me a line at librarydude1999@gmail.com or g.conwell@harrison.lib.ms.us. Well, today's class is one of my favorites. It's copy and paste. And the reason why I say it's one of my favorites, it's like, you know how when you go on the internet, you get a bunch of information. Well, you want to make something with it, right? You want to do a report, or maybe, make a slideshow of your own, or do something creative with it. Well, this will teach you how the basics on to do that. Well, just like shake, rattle, and roll are primary elements used in early rock and roll songs, so it is that cut, copy, and paste are the main editing elements used in computer file creation and modification. If you don't know about these important tools, you may be doing a lot of the extra typing when creating or editing computer files. This will save you a lot of time with what you're trying to do. Now, we're going to focus first on text, and then we'll do pictures after. Text, what you're going to do with your mouse is you got to make sure you're okay with your mouse and how to use it. And I hope that you have an external mouse. It's a personal choice with me, but I like an external mouse, either a wired mouse or a wireless mouse, to use with my laptop. If you have a desktop, you're probably going to have a mouse right there, but the inbuilt laptop mouse are kind of hard sometimes to negotiate with. But anyway, the first step is to select the text. And what you do, you're going to click the left mouse button, and the vertical bar is called the text bar. So the text appears, and it's going to blink at the cursor location. So wherever you are on the page, when you click on that, that's where you're going to be inserting the text. You hold the mouse left button down and sweep the selection bar across the text you want to select. The text becomes highlighted in blue as you sweep it, which means you successfully selected it. You release the mouse button when you reach the end of the text you want to select. And this is what that looks like. That blue is called highlighting, when everything's in blue like that. So if in this instance I click, I sometimes do it backwards. I would start out where it says, after the period where it says insulting, and then click all the way up to where it says when. And that's when everything will be highlighted. Oop, going too forward. But once you get that, you're going to right click on the mouse, and it's going to say copy. I didn't do that because I don't have the actual text here. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do this in a minute. I just want to give you the basics first, okay? Copy the text. You let go of the left mouse button and click the right mouse button. And then you're going to get a pop-up that says copy. Okay, once you do that, you're going to paste the text. You open up a document, a blank document, or a template or something, wherever you want to paste the text. And then you click onto the text, onto the page. You right-click again, and you're going to click the paste command. Okay, you right-click with the mouse and click the paste command. And the Word document will display the copied text. And if you're going to cut the text, you can highlight whatever section you want to cut by left clicking. If you click several times, you can actually highlight the whole sentence. But if you click too many times, you'll click the whole paragraph. If you want to left click and drag from where it says capable all the way to where it says when, then that will be the section that you're going to cut. And then you click you right click and it says cut, and then you paste it where you want it to go. So you click paste, and you paste it below there. Note that you got these options in the paste command. Okay, one of them, the first one, is whatever you've chosen to paste will paste it exactly like it has been formatted to look like according to its source. Excuse me. So if you're getting it from the internet, it's going to be exactly the same way. But say you wanted to be formatted the way you want it to be in your document, the way the rest of your text is, you'll have to adjust that. And see, like this is that's the selected text and the font style Times New Roman, and then you got the font size is 18. The points are the size of the font, so 18 is actually pretty big, and it's underlined. So if you copied it and you just hit paste, it's going to paste it in Times New Roman, size 18 with underline. Option 2, it means merge formatting. It means that only certain formatting attributes will be pasted. So that if before copying that, if I copied that it's Arial, bold, no underline, and then I paste it with the merge formatting, it's going to have the underline, but it's going to be Arial and bold. So it has an underline. Maybe you don't want it to be underlined. So then you just hit paste. But if you do the same thing, merge formatting, with the second option below where it says Word 2, it's Times New Roman font with bold font and it's underlined. It's going to be, and it's still it's in Times New Roman, but it's a little different. So keep text only means just that. If you copy and paste text from any source whatsoever, whatever way you have the format set up in the document you're creating, this paste option will paste the text in the exact same format. This is the best option, especially if you're selecting texts from the internet. So this is an article that I copied, and then when I paste it, it's going to look like that. It's going to look like just as the format that's like 12, and it's Arial. So I mean not Arial. It's Cambria. That's the default font that comes with the Word documents. Now for pictures, you got lots of fun with that. There are many different ways you can copy, paste, and even edit images with your computer. These images can come from any number of sources, such as your digital camera, iPhone, and of course the internet. But let's start with images that are preloaded on most computers. First, you're going to open up a Word document. You click Insert. And under the Insert options, you choose Picture. Find the picture file on your computer and double-click on it or click on it once and then Insert. So if you hit Insert Picture, and then you're going to click under the Insert tab, you're going to click where it says Picture. And then you're given a choice of where to choose from. Now, the new version of the older versions of Office, like you remember from my previous class on Office, they're not going to have a bunch of preloaded pictures for you. You'll have to go and look for them, or you can create your own. In this case, I pasted a picture of a jellyfish that I found. The editing can be done by double-clicking on the picture, double left-clicking. The format bar is going to show up at the top of the screen, and you're going to allow you any number of formatting options. So let's explore a few. If the pictures are too big or too small, you can adjust the size right away by simply left-clicking once on the picture. And then you're going to notice a box. It's going to be outlining the picture, and it's going to have these little white round dots at the four corners in the center of the lines and a green dot at the top. These are called handles. You bring your cursor over any of the handles and left-click with your mouse and drag your mouse away or toward the center of the picture to adjust the picture size. So this is me doing that. You see how it's highlighted? I'm just putting my mouse over the handle and I'm pulling it toward the center to make it smaller. Okay? Just click, left-click, and you drag down, and then it's smaller. Okay? When you bring the cursor over the green dot, you can even make the picture rotate. So you can do that. And I will say that on the ribbon, on the formatting ribbon, there's an option to do the same. We're going to see a live version of this in a minute. So just look and see what I'm doing. I'm clicking that green dot at the top, and then I turn it, and the picture turns. And if you want to center the picture, all you're going to have to do in Word is click the justification under paragraph options for the commands under the Home tab, and you can center it without trying to manually do it and not get it just so. The brightness, color, contrast, and color you can adjust by double-clicking on the picture and then clicking on the appropriate command. So on the formatting, once I've got the picture double-clicked on and the formatting for the picture tools comes up, under formatting you click correction, and then you're given choices. You can brighten it, which I did in this case. When I click on one of those, this is before adjusting the brightness and contrast, and you see on the one that's on the right, that's adjusting it. And you see how it's a lot more clear than the other one. Don't give you quite as much details though, but you can play around with it and see what works best for you. You can even remove the background. Now this is one of my favorite things to do, because say you want to put something else behind the object in play there, you can do that by clicking remove the background. And when I do that, that's what that looks like. On the formatting tab, you just click remove background button and choose which areas you want to remove and which areas you want to keep. Now we're going to do a couple exercises, but first let me get out of this, and we're going to open up a Word document, and I'm going to insert a picture. I'm just going to do pictures first because I always like to do the fun stuff first. I don't know, that's just me. I'm going to say insert picture. And the picture that I chose today was this one right here. I want to make it look like Atlantis. Okay? So what I'm going to do, first of all, I can make two versions of this. I'm going to keep the original version, but I'm going to just copy the picture, right click. I've got the picture highlighted. If I click off in the white area, notice it takes hold on. I click in the white area and it takes, I no longer have the picture highlighted. So what I do to click on the picture again is going to make it highlighting, and you're going to see the formatting options for the picture come up. So now the ribbon's changed and I can adjust it, but I'm going to keep the original, and I just want to show you for purposes of copying and pasting. I'm going to paste another version of this, of the inserted picture below it. So the cursor's right there, the I-beam is right there, and when I paste the picture, after I hit copy, it's going to come out below the first picture. So I just right click, left click, copy, and I can go up to here and hit paste, but I can also right click on the picture again and gives me the option to paste. So there's the two pictures side by side. So now I can adjust the picture. I'm double clicking on it to bring up the formatting tools for the picture, and I can say, first of all, I want to, let's say I want to make it blue, so I'm going to adjust the color, and I'm going to say kind of like that, or I can do even more variations. Let's see if I can do a brighter blue. Okay, that's kind of the color I want. Nope. What about darker blue? I even got more colors down here when I click on more colors. Let's see what happens if I do that one. I don't know if that's too dark, but let's leave it as it is right now. I can just lighten it up by clicking corrections and brighten it up just a little bit. I don't like that. If I don't like something, I just hit my favorite button, Control and Z, and then I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to use one simple color, which I had before. Okay, I like that. Now I want to remove the background. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to remove the sky, the plain sky, because I want to replace it with the sea scene. I'm going to go like here, double click, I hit remove background, and notice I got just this part here, okay? I could leave that, or if I stretch this out, it's going to have the sky and a couple of the other things in there. If I go all the way over, because the background, there's nothing in the sky there, I could just do that, like there. But I want to keep this little section of this ruin right here, so I can click areas to keep up here at the top. Then I'll come down and I just drag my mouse over it, and there it is. So that looks pretty good, just like that. But anyway, what I want to do now is I want to put both a sea scene. Oh wait, it kept the. I want to remove the top part, all of this. Okay, good. Now I hit keep changes. Oh, so now I've got just that. So I want to put some corals and stuff in the front, and then maybe some fish swimming in a sea above it. So what I'm going to do for that, I got the picture like I want it. So I'm going to make a new page. I'm going to cut, I can either cut or copy it. When you cut something, it automatically saves it, okay? And when you copy something, it automatically saves it. You can save up to 24 items on the clipboard. The clipboard is the name under home where it says here, the clipboard. It will show you that's the copied picture. Now what happens when I hit copy, you're going to see the second image come up. Well, copy. It's probably treating it like the others. Let's do, I want to make another page, view, or insert rather, a blank page. And on this page, I'm going to paste the edited picture. Okay? Let me close this out and so you can see it on one page. Okay? Now I can drag this down. If I can't, it's because the way it is, it's set up in Word, is that you need to what's called wrapping, and that allows you to move the picture around wherever you want it. And I did a little bit mention that in our Word class, how when you do a text for a newspaper or something, it's got the text wrapped around the picture. Well, when I hit wrap text and I say tight, now I can move this wherever I want to by just clicking on the edge of the picture. Notice how this is the I-beam, but when I click on the picture, it gives me this little cross with arrows pointing up and down and side to side. That means I can move that picture, and I'm just going to move it just about in the middle of the page. So now what I want to do is I want to go find a picture of some whales swimming in the ocean. So what I'm going to do is get on the net. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say whales swimming in the ocean. So when I click on that, and then I click on video images, and I want to see them something like, I'm really close. I don't want to spend too much time looking for images because I tend to get overboard in that. Let me do, actually, let's go ahead and use, I want to get a full, okay, I like this guy. I like sperm whales. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this picture. I can right click, copy image, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this, I'm going to hit paste, and there's my sperm whale. So to make it fit the size that I want to, I could actually grow that up by, when I say grow it, I'm increasing the size of it by left clicking and dragging across. Why did it do that? Well, it's because it's kind of like in front, this picture here comes above that. If I click that below, now it's got space for it. But I'm going to wrap this tight. That means I can move the images together without any problem. So now when I go here, well, what happened to the picture? Where's my nice picture I edited? Well, it's behind the picture. So there's this thing called layering that when you go, I say right here where it says to arrange, I can bring the picture that's behind the whale picture in front of it by clicking bring forward. So now I've got, that's a really big whale. I may want to just take the picture of the sea and make that small, make the whale smaller, because that's a ginormous whale. But anyway, okay, so now I've got these two pictures, and I want to put some pictures below of the of corals. So I'm going to go and then I'm going to look under images. I don't want necessarily anything really super fancy. I just want to get some pictures of corals. That looks cool. I like that one. But let me try. Okay, let's just use this one. I'm going to right click, copy image. Now I'm going to paste that picture in here, but I want to take the blue part off of it with the fishies. I could keep the fishies. Let me get closer by using the slider bar. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the remove background option by double clicking on the picture, and then I want to say what images I want, part of it I want to keep. Okay, that looks good. Let me extend that out. And these are part of the, I don't want the blue where the ocean is. And I maybe want to keep some of the fishes in here. Okay, that's good. But let me keep some of the fishes by just clicking on one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Oh. I undo if I don't get what I need. Let me do click to keep. 1, 2. Okay, that's good. I don't want to necessarily keep everybody. Now I've got the images like I want to. I'm going to zoom out. So I'm going to take this image right here and say I want to stretch it out like that, about that size right there. Now I'm going to bring this image up to the top. But what's going to happen? It's going to not do it because this image and this image are blocking it. So I got to do the same thing I did before, is hit wrap text and tight, and now I'm going to bring it up to where it covers up the white. I don't want to cover up the ruins, but I can actually adjust the size of it down a little bit. And maybe again. Okay, that looks good. And then, so I've got an edited picture that came out pretty cool. Now what I want to do is I maybe want to adjust the color of the coral to be matching that blue. So I double click on the picture and then I click color, and I can do, I want to do the same blue that I did before, which I think was this right here. Maybe like a little bit brighter. Let's do color again. I can hit Control and Z. Let's see. Let's do, I'm going to just desaturate it. I'm going to make it less colorful, but it still looks real. let me come down to the variations again, and okay, maybe I just leave it like that. I don't want to make it too complicated. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group all these pictures together to where they're one picture. And how do I do that? I right-click over the whole picture. And see, I can't do it with I think I have to highlight everything on here. Now I've got all the items. I'm pushing my finger on the control button and clicking on all three of those pictures. So you see I've got the little handles are highlighted for all of them. That's kind of tricky, okay? You press your finger on the control button without taking it off. You click on each picture to highlight them. And now I hit on the picture format, I can hit group, and that makes them all one picture. So now it's one picture. Except the fact that the ruins went away. So I need to keep that there. This one, I may need to group two of them together. See how the middle ground is not being selected? So what I'm going to do now, and I think the reason that's not selected is because it's too tight in there. So what I need to do first is actually click both of these and group that together first. Group, and then I add this one. I'm going to bring it forward, or maybe not. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to click on the control and click both. On the picture tool, I hit group again. And now they're one picture. Okay? Now it's one picture. They're all together. So anyway, so that came out pretty cool. Now I want to put some text on it. So how do I do that? I'm going to put insert, and I want to find a text that looks like Atlantis. And I'm going to look on the picture, and I'm going to say Atlantis. We're going to paste some text into this. Okay, Atlantis font. So these are different styles. I like this writing, but I may not be able to use it. But let's see. I'm going to say copy image. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to put, okay, let's do remove background. I can keep the letters by highlighting on them. Now this is not type stuff, this is an image. So it's like just another thing. It may not come out perfect, but I'm not going to worry about it. The whole thing about this is you're playing with it as you learn to do stuff, and that's the only way I've learned how to do stuff is just by messing around with it until it came out the way I wanted it to, or at least halfway. May kind of add something to the writing pieces of it are missing, like it's a ruin. Okay, so what happens if I take this, shrink it down, and then I'm going to wrap it tight, and then I'm going to move it over. Oh, look, Atlantis. But of course it went backwards because this picture is forward. So I'm going to say bring forward, bring to the front. And if that doesn't do it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it again. And now when I bring it, it's going to bring it right over the front. Format, then forward. In front of text. Okay, there we go. So now it's one item. But say I want to put some text about Atlantis around this picture. How would I do that? Well, I've got this and this item selected. I want to group these together. And now it's one picture, one thing. And I'm going to adjust it not by clicking this. It may shrink the... See, it's when you move it without keeping the proportions, it gets warped. A lot of people do that when they try to shrink something down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the sizer, I'm going to say lock per aspect ratio, and now I'm going to shrink it down. Okay? So I'm going to put some text in here about Atlantis. And the cursor's not letting me go further than the picture, but we're going to put the picture around the text. Let me find some text about Atlantis. And let's see. Let's do Atlantis legend. Okay. And then I'm just going to copy that text by left clicking and dragging my mouse over the whole text. Okay? Left clicking and dragging. That's called highlighting. Right click, copy, and then left click where it says copy. If you right click, it brings open the menu options, and then when you to kind of grab it or to click on what it says is to left click it. Left click it is the way I always make the analogy is like left clicking is like grabbing what you see on the screen. The right clicking will bring up what to do. Okay, it brings up what's called the menu options. So left click, right click, left click, right click, left click, right click. So anyway, I'm going to copy this text and I'm going to paste it into this picture right here. Now it starts right here, but we're going to just go ahead and paste it. Now if I want to make this to be bigger, okay, see how small it is? I want to make it to be big and to flow around the picture. So what I want to do instead of doing, I can click on the text itself, and then I'm just going to make the text bigger by clicking the big A. And see how it flows around it? Okay, it does that naturally because I've made this thing tight. And if I want to change it to where the formatting is, what size is that? That's size 22, okay? I want to change the font to Tahoma. That's okay. Y'all know that's my favorite font size, font style by now. So anyway, that's how you would do that. And if I want to put some more stuff in there, this is going to be where you're going to see the difference between just the pasting and how to paste it into the format that it's already there. So let me do some more. I'm going to click on that. And then say left click, copy. Now when I hit paste, you're going to see it's going to look like a ransom note. See how it came out small and everything? If I undo that and then paste it and say you're going to give those options and you click the A, it's going to it should format it to the same style as it is in here. But I think that still says Arial 11, that period right there. Even though the A, I didn't make that period to be Tahoma 22. So I got to change that. Tahoma, all of it has to be the same formatting option. That little period, that was the only thing that wasn't the same way as before. Now you can see the period bigger. So when I hit paste and formatting options, it comes out to the same style as it is. I'm going to change the page to be the size to be a legal size, so it should all be on one page, almost. Okay, let me do my margins narrow and zoom out. Okay, now you see how everything fits together. I've formatted the the text to be the same style and size as the option that I chose to make it to be. So anyway, that's a little bit about copy and paste. So if I want to do anything else to this, I can just as easily go find some more images, and that's all I would do. I'm going to take this picture out. Maybe I make this picture to be with an explosion in the front. Like, say, with a volcano. I'm going to take this page out, and then I'm going to insert another page, and I'm going to take that picture. Oh, let me go to my clipboard and get my pasted image. I want to put that here, but I'm going to make it like a volcano. So I'm going to let me take out the background. And then okay, I'm going to put a volcano blowing up in the background. So I got that like that. And now I'm going to put in a volcano. Oh. You can see how you would do this all day long and still never get done, because there's so much with the internet that you can do. Let's choose this one. Right click, copy image, and I'm going to right click, copy image, and then I'm going to paste that into the Word document. It didn't do it. Copy image, and let me choose it from my clipboard. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to just take this picture and wrap text tight, bring this down, wrap text tight, and Okay, there you go. That's all you need to do. You just click and hit in front of text, and it makes the picture come in front with Word. Now, it's similar when you do stuff with Publisher and with PowerPoint, but it's just a matter of right click, left click, right click, left click, right click. Left click, right click. Left is to copy, and then you right click on the picture, and then hit copy with the left, and then you go to where you want to paste it, and you hit paste, and I made 2 volcanoes. Anyway, hey guys, listen, if you have any questions, please just email me and I'll help you out. librarydude1999@gmail.com or g.conwell@harrison.lib.ms.us. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for next time.